The reason it's called Decade Podcast is I have known this guy for 10 years this year. I think I joined the school. I think it was about February 3rd. Oh, let me pause then. Joined the school. So I joined the school. I think it was about February 3rd. It's February 4th today when we're recording it. So it's literally 10 years yesterday. That is mad.
That's insane. Oh,
literally, I'm 23 years old, and for 10 years of that, I've known Tom.
Oh, how dare!
And pretty much, and I don't have any pictures anywhere, but I will see if I
can. Thank
God. Tom used to have really long hair, and he looked like an absolute hippie, and somehow we became friends.
So yeah. Somehow, that was like...
I don't know how.
Look at this moron.
So basically, the story of how we met was quite simple. I went through my first lesson where I was quiet. I just didn't speak. I just got on with my work. Went into the second lesson, and I think it was Miss Harvey. Was that a maths teacher?
I think so. I think it was.
Yeah. And she basically said, when I went in, she was like, "Oh, you go sit next to Tom." So I was like, okay, I'll go sit next to Tom, and literally...
What a mistake.
the first friend I've made at the school was Tom, and we've still been friends ever since, so...
And he's been really wishing he hadn't.
No. We're both just as weird as each other.
Imagine
so
if he sat next to someone else, and this wouldn't be happening right now.
I mean, I think it still would, because we still would have talked.
Yeah, probably, to be fair.
I probably still would have been friends with some of the other people. Like, I remember on the first day, Sam, shout out to Sam, we did bully him a little bit. So, we did bully Sam quite a bit. But he was our friend. But on my first day, I remember he was at the bus stop, and I'm sure he wouldn't mind me saying this. If you go onto my channel, my main channel, you will see Sam in some of my videos, and basically he was getting attacked. Someone else was sticking condoms on their hand and waving it in his face. Like, they literally stuck a condom on their arm and started like waving it in his face. And I think me and Sam became friends that day. But then he later said...
What a reason! That's such an incredible reason.
But then he later on actually said he tried talking... He was actually in my first lesson, and he tried talking to me, but I blanked him and walked off. He tried talking to me as I walked out, and apparently I just walked off and just went straight to my next lesson. And obviously that's where I met Tom, and it turned out that Tom was friends with Sam anyway, and Sam was friends with David and everybody else.
All mishmashed together.
So no matter what, I was destined to become friends with this buffoon. But
well, I mean, I guess, you know, with the way you met Sam, you could say you could have saw it coming.
Oh, that was terrible, Tom. You're giving me migraine. But no, so that was 2009, February 2009. I think it was February 3rd, 2009 was my first day at Hewitt. And of course, we were the best year, because ever since we've left, the school's pretty much fallen
Literally,
apart.
we were. I think they said we were a really good, nice year.
Yeah, like, they always did.
Everyone was pretty. What's every year? You're the best year. And the next year, you're the best year.
No, every year they said that we were the best year. Like all through years, when we was in year 8, they said we was the best year.
Yeah. I think we genuinely had some really nice people in our year.
What I would like to do actually for this podcast is get some people from school on here, and we can talk about school experiences. That would be cool.
I mean, definitely Big Sam.
Definitely get Sam in one day.
I've got to get Big Sam. Big Sam's got some stories, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
That I've probably forgotten as well.
So then after we left school, we both... Well, I did a year of sixth form. We both went to sixth form together. I did a year, failed miserably. I ended up coming away with, I think it was 2 ungraded and barely a pass in sports. We did the sports B-Tech. Our teacher was barely actually present, and I managed to come away just about with a pass. And then, so I then went on to do college, did 2 years of college, and then went on to work, which honestly I've much preferred work over education. It just wasn't for me. Obviously there's a lot of people who love their education, work hard at it. I'm just like, No, like when at work, when I'm done, this is what I find the best thing. When I'm done with work for the day, that's it. When you're at school, when you're in education, you get homework, and it's like, oh, but I need to get this done. I need to get this done. Like when I'm at work, it's like, no, that's my time.
No more homework.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm glad we don't get homework.
Oh, could you imagine having work and then having homework for work? Nah. Okay, so we have, we may have some corrupted footage, aka I accidentally deleted it, so we're going to carry on from here. That was my
useless.
So, wait, let me just check the time first off. 21, so 55 minutes would take us to about 8:15, so cool, about 8:15. So, I should probably take that out, that bit, but never mind.
Yeah.
Right, so...
Peter Curtis, edit that out. You fish.
I probably won't. But, so basically, we both love football. That's one of the things that we have bonded over time. Yes, at the minute, things couldn't be going any better.
Going up, going down, going up, going down, going up.
Let's see if you can tell who he supports.
Going up, going up.
Going up.
He's going up, and the scum are going down.
Okay, we get it.
Down.
So,
he's going up, and the scum. Sorry, carry on.
the last 2 weeks have been pretty good, we can say. Starters, Norwich. We went to Norwich versus Ipswich. I do have that vlog on my channel. What are you doing?
Is that your dog's toy?
Huh?
Is that your dog's toy?
Yes.
What is it?
It's been in her mouth. So Norwich, we went to Norwich versus Ipswich, and then obviously Norwich won 3-0. Get in there. Went back top of the league. Then we went. Up the football league. Yep. Then we went to. Then a week later, I went to VidCon. That was obviously another vlog is on my channel of that. Then I went to. No, yeah, then I've pretty much done nothing since then, so...
had time off work?
Yeah, had a week off work, so... unfortunately, Tom still had work, so we've had to wait until now before we can actually re-record this, because some dumbass, aka me, deleted the footage.
Moron.
Yeah. Basically what happened was I used a different video camera for another video that I did, and I needed more time, so I just deleted everything that was on it because I couldn't see what the footage was. That it came up with a black screen, so I was like, oh well, I probably won't need that. Go to edit, not edit, but go to upload it, and it's like, footage cannot be found, and I'm like, oh. It appears that that's one of the things I was deleting, so, yeah.
Ha.
So we did talk about football. We talked about music as well when we last did it. So
I remember the favourite TV show.
Favourite TV show. I remember talking about that.
Yeah.
But so basically, right.
Ice and Primeval.
Oh, TV show. Yeah.
Just because.
I have
dinosaurs.
I have a bunch of them, all comedies, I think. Well, one of them less so a comedy.
You said, oh, I can't remember what it was. Oh, God. What did you say again?
I said How I Met Your Mother.
Yep.
Big Bang Theory.
Yep. It was
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
That one! I knew it was a number. I knew there was a number in it.
And then there's another one with a number in it. Hawaii Five-0.
Ah, that one as well, yeah.
Yeah, they're my 4 favourites. Obviously you've got 3 comedies in there, and then a more serious one. Why so serious? But Hawaii Five-0 does still have comedy in it. So yeah, the favourite films?
Jurassic Park. Again, dinosaurs.
Of course.
Even though my love of football, there isn't really a film involved in football, which is I could say I really like. I mean, we all got forced to watch Bend It Like Beckham, I think, in school.
Yeah,
it was alright.
That was pretty good. Not anything special though, I don't think. But
yeah, it was alright.
It was good. The Favourite film. I did have one in my mind a minute ago, but we carried on the conversation and I lost it. Yeah, we might want to wait for them to thaw out. So, favourite film... Oh, I really, really liked the first part of The Avengers. I did say that last time as well.
What, not the second half of the film? I just like the first half.
This is what I had to put up with.
That was an amazing first half of the movie.
No, it's,
the rest was shite.
Right.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, so the part 1... Part 2 is out this year, I can't wait. When is it? June? May?
I thought it was April.
I don't know, whenever it is. But whenever it is, I'm going to go see it. Although I am still annoyed with Odeon, because I've been paying $17.99 a month for my Odeon Limitless, and then they've recently reduced the prices. Yeah. So I don't know whether I now get a reduction in the amount I pay, or what.
You get reduced prices, it's hilarious.
So I could now be paying, and the thing is it's a 12-month contract as well, and I'm probably like 6 months through it maybe.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm left paying $17.99 a month, I will not be happy. Or whatever it is, $17.99, I think.
Yeah, it might be. How much are the films now anyway?
They're like £5 something.
Are they?
Yeah. I do much prefer. I much prefer View over Odeon, but at the same time, it's annoying that I've still got 6 months left to pay or whatever it is.
I just like Odeon because you don't have to you don't get set seats. You can just sit where you want. It's like then there's no argument over.
I think it's a much better experience all round anyway.
Where?
Odeon.
Oh.
I much prefer Odeon. Nothing really wrong with View. I just think Odeon's just that bit better.
Yes.
What other films? What other films are coming out this year that we really want to see?
Is that a Marvel one?
There's always Marvel films coming out every 3 months.
As in, what's it called?
What is it, Endgame or something?
Nope.
I don't know.
Captain Marvel.
Oh, Captain Marvel. Oh, right.
Which is the one, I think, before the Avengers Part 2?
Yes.
So this is out... Never. 8th of March 2019.
8th of March. Oh, that's soon.
Yeah.
Like,
so that's 8th of March, and then Avengers... May the 4th.
May the 4th be with you.
No.
Never mind.
No, that was the other one, I think, in 2018.
Oh, but...
So this is 26th of April. There you go.
Oh, so even sooner.
Yeah.
But I much prefer the idea of it being May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. Wrong show, but still. What on earth is that? So... What else did we talk about? Oh yeah, so, boxing. I really love boxing. Tom, less than enthused about boxing. But I'm looking forward to seeing AJ versus Miller. I probably won't get to watch it live. Because it's in America, so AJ, you sold out. But, yeah, it's going to be on at like 3 o'clock in the morning. But I will watch it in the morning, maybe.
My only question...
Okay.
Why is he not fighting Tyson Fury or...
Because Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder are going to be having a rematch.
So he has to wait until the rematch. So this is kind of a filling in.
In a sense, but then he
loses...
But then after this, he's got to face his mandatories, which bear in mind he's got 4 belts. So the 4
classifications... He has to fight to keep his belts?
Yeah, mandatories, yeah. If he doesn't fight them, he gets stripped of the belts. So he will have potentially 4 challenges.
So this could have been the fight with Fury or Wilder had one of them, should have been Fury, won.
Yes.
Right, okay. So it should have been now, but because the refs can't
well,
the game.
that although I think he still was going to be. I think he was still going to be facing one of them, but he was supposed to be facing Wilder. Wilder made an offer for him to fight him, apparently, but the offer was literally just Wilder sending an email going, "I'll give you 50 million to fight me," which is ridiculous. Like, there was no contract sent, there was nothing sent, and that was literally it. Nothing by way of from management, as far as I'm aware. Now, in this, if you ask me whether I believe Eddie Hearn or whether I believe the other guy's management, I 100% believe Eddie Hearn. He was brilliant for the careers of Carl Froch, George Groves, and some other guys. You know, whoever he's not really done a bad job. Now, everybody's always saying like, "Oh, he's protecting Anthony Joshua," but Anthony Joshua made a statement saying that Deontay Wilder was ducking him, and Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury both basically accused Anthony Joshua of ducking them. But then Anthony Joshua then gets proven to be right because Deontay Wilder then admits he didn't want the AJ fight. So if AJ was supposed to be ducking both of them, and now one of them has come out and said, like, well, actually, I didn't want the fight, that makes me think that maybe AJ was right about Tyson Fury as well, and Tyson Fury was the one who didn't want the AJ fight. He's already been proven to be telling the truth with one.
I mean, they're gonna fight eventually.
They will do.
They've got to fight eventually.
I think.
Although, I mean, Joshua could easily, well, I don't know how easy it is, but lose like.
What, to Miller?
Well,
I mean, anybody can beat
anyone.
anybody.
Anyone could on on a day, anything can happen. And then
I don't think he'll lose the title for a long time yet, though.
No, well, you'd hope not, and you'd think not, but you never know, do you? And then would he not fight Fury or Wilder? It'd be whoever beat him.
Maybe, I don't know, but
who coached, by the way? Because I don't know these things. Who used to coach David Hay?
Coach David Hay.
Do you know?
I'm don't know if
therefore it wasn't Eddie Hearn.
Well, Eddie Hearn's just the promoter. He's the one who arranges the fights.
Not promoter. Yeah, that's not
the one who coached. I can't remember his name. Rob McCracken, maybe. In terms of coaches.
Rob McCracken.
Rob McCracken. Yeah, I think he's Scottish. I'm not sure, but he's the one who coached. He's the one who coached Carl Froch. And right. I think he also coaches, or he did coach Anthony Joshua as well. But no, yeah, with the we were talking just before we recorded this, and Tom said that's the first time he's ever known at those press conferences he's ever known Anthony Joshua to get angry. The only other time I've known Anthony Joshua to get as hyped up and as like wanting to knock someone out was Dillian Whyte. That was a fight in 2016, I believe, and Anthony Joshua won it in like the 6th or 7th round. So
yeah, when he says to who's this guy again?
Jarrell Miller.
Miller.
His nickname is Big Baby.
Big Baby, yeah. I mean, that's what a nickname. Doesn't strike fear into me, to be fair.
No.
I mean, his face does, but you know, I wouldn't want to meet him down Dark Alley. Like, you know, I wouldn't want to get in his way. But like, I'm not Anthony Joshua.
No.
Like
Anthony Joshua will knock him out. I
mean, if he says he's going to, his face isn't going to look the same afterwards.
You would tend to believe that.
Business, yeah.
Yeah.
But
so,
you got to sell it, ain't you? They've got to sell it.
Sell the fight.
They've got to sell the fight, and then afterwards, I'm sure they'll all have big hugs. Oh, you big baby. Come here, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that.
Probably not. I don't think they'll be having a big hug.
Good fight, mate.
Quick change of subject to football. Not Cesar Azpilicueta. Kepa Arrizabalaga.
Kepa Arrizabalaga, yes.
Yep. What was the deal there?
I found it quite funny, but I mean, at the same time, you know.
Whose side are you on?
It's not right. I mean, I think obviously he's just tried to. Him and whoever writes his like messages, you know, in English or whatever.
Oh right,
I don't know if he can speak English or what.
You can, yeah.
But whoever like wrote, like, you know, he's obviously I'm alright. Whoever's wrote that, you know, oh, he's sorry, it's just a misunderstanding. You know, to try and get kind of past it. He still got fined. I mean,
fined a week's wages. Which,
yeah,
a week's wages.
He's tried to cover up and say it wasn't what it was. It was what it was. Like, he didn't want to come off. I mean, who knows?
Who can blame him?
Who knows? You can't say Caballero's going to come on and save more penalties, and therefore Chelsea may not have lost. They may have won it. Who knows? You can't. You really just say
played 120 minutes in a final, and then your manager goes, "Nope, you're not good enough. I'm going to take you off."
I mean, but if he was injured and you feel like, to be fair though, the thing what they were saying, I totally agree. Caballero used to play for Man City. He won them a penalty shootout. I think it was in the final. I can't remember what.
I don't know if it was in the final, but
either way, he won them a penalty. He's won them a penalty shootout before, or he's helped anyway. He'll know a lot of the Man City players. You know, their penalties, their techniques, a lot of them anyway.
Yeah.
So, you know, whether he's injured or tactically, whatever the decision, I think you've got to, you know, you've obviously got to say, well, that's just how it is. If you're told to come off, you'll come off. If I'm told to do something at work and I don't do it, and the same with you, like, you could get what, a warning? I don't know.
Whatever it is. I don't think I'd get fined though.
No, I won't get fined a week's wages. I hope not, because then I won't be able to like afford petrol for
a week's wages is a lot of money for us normal people.
Yeah, it's like £130,000. He's been fined a week's wages. I'm sure I'll make that up pretty quickly.
195 grand.
Oh, sorry, 195. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he's not going to be like.
Oh, he'll make that money.
On the streets begging.
That's ridiculous though. He's the same age as us, and he's on 195 grand a week. I wouldn't even earn that in 20 years maybe at my current job. Oh no, just about in about 18 years. So if I'm working there until I'm like what, 41?
That's stupid, isn't it?
Yeah, that's.
It's insane. I mean, it's going to charity. Fair dues. That's alright.
Yeah, but
I don't know what charity.
It's Chelsea Foundation.
Oh, right, okay.
I don't really get what that is like.
Goes back into Chelsea.
Yeah, exactly. Basically, well, I'd imagine it's like the.
No need transfer fees.
I'd imagine it's like the Community Sports Foundation for Norwich.
Yeah.
Where it goes back into the local community, which is fair enough if they do that.
Okay, fair dues.
If it's one where it's like, it goes into. I don't even know what else it could go into, but oh well.
But yeah, no, he was told to come off. He should have come off. You can't be having that. If that now starts like a thing of like players thing and all, I can just disrespect the manager and not come off. Like,
I'm very much in the minority here, where I am 100% with Kepa.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think it's so disrespectful. If you are a goalkeeper, you play from the first minute until the penalty shootout. Simple as that. Unless you are injured. He was not injured. He got up and he said he was able to carry on.
Well, he went down twice with injury.
He went down twice with injury, yeah, but then he was able to carry on. And he said, and he was there, and he was like, I'm fine, I can carry on. If Caballero is better at penalties, bring him on, or start him from the beginning of the match with penalty shootouts in mind. You do not change your goalkeeper just for penalty shootouts. I know Lou Van Gaal did it at World Cup, and that's...
Tim Krul.
Tim Krul, yeah.
I was about to say that, and Tim Krul won in the penalty shootout. If a goalkeeper is better at a penalty shooter, that is incredibly clever decision.
But I think it's also incredibly disrespectful to the goalkeeper who's just performed for 120 minutes to then go, you're not going to win us the game here, bring this goalkeeper on. This goalkeeper's better at this than you. Okay, yeah, sure, everybody has their strengths and their weaknesses, but if you're going to play him for 120 minutes, at least have enough faith in him to let him play the penalty shootout. Also, where was Azpilicueta through it all? He was the captain for Chelsea that day, and he didn't do anything. Like, obviously, his reason was that he was at the other side of the pitch, so he didn't understand what was going on. Mm-hmm. And I get that, but he still should have gone over, found out what was going on, and then done something about it.
I think a keeper has to be treated like every other player, though. Like, in some games, like players get taken off in the last minute for a pointless substitution. So sorry, sometimes it's tactical. You bring on, like we did at the weekend, we bring on Tim Closer for 3 minutes at the end just to tighten things up. It's at the end of the day, I think all decisions are the manager's decision, and they have to be the final decision. Because otherwise, you can end up with a whole load of just players disrespecting the manager. The manager is the number one person.
Okay, but then I'll say this to you, right?
But
when Tim Krul got brought on at the World Cup, do you not think that was a tactical decision made before the game? If we get this far, Tim Krul will be brought on.
It could have been.
And the players would have been made aware. Who was it in goal for Netherlands? It was Jasper Cillessen, wasn't it?
Yeah, it might have been. I can't remember.
Or whoever it was. He would have been told, like, if the game is looking like going to penalty shootout, if it gets to the 120th minute, we will be bringing Tim Krul on. Because he came off with no hesitation, so it's almost as if he knew. If that was the game plan from the start, and it had nothing to do with the injuries, then, for me, if you're Maurizio Sarri, you say to Kepa before the match, if it goes to penalties, we're bringing Caballero on. Simple as that. You let him know that is what is going to happen. Rather than just springing a surprise on him going, oh yeah, by the way, you're being subbed off.
I think it was more to do with the fact that he looked like, he'd been injured. I mean, if you go down twice...
A player knows their body better than anybody. And if he says that he felt okay to continue, you are okay to continue. As long as the doctors agree to it, obviously. Like, if a player goes down with a concussion, and then he's like, no, I'm fine, but then the doctors are like, no, you've got concussion, obviously you would have to do something, the doctor's orders. But the doctor said he could continue, he said he could continue, that's it. So, unless it's due to injury, I don't see any reason why he wouldn't have already been made aware that that's what was going to happen.
I think it looked all of a bit of a mess either way, really.
It looked really bad.
Caballero was coming on, then he wasn't, then he was, then he wasn't. I mean, I think that was a bit disrespectful to Caballero, to be fair, from different perspectives. Like, he sat back in his seat, he got up again, he sat down, he got up again. It's like, am I coming on or what? Like, Sarri was walking around, throwing things around, getting quite angry. I think the whole thing was just a mess. I think Kepa could have gone over and just had a chat, solve things out, rather than, from all the way in his goals, just get on with the game. That. Yeah, I know, but I think, you just have a little discussion, find out what, you'll find and carry on. That's the end of it, rather than just having this long drawn-out thing where everyone ended up... And then the ref had to go and speak to the, Sarri, saying, is he coming off or not?
Yeah, and then in the end, Sarri was just like, no, he can stay on. Yeah, that shows no control.
I think he just gave up in the end, yeah. But, wait, no.
Casually interrupt to look at the DVDs.
My bad. Yeah, no, I don't know. It's a bit of a mess. The whole thing, I think, really.
I personally think Sarri should be fined for his behaviour as well.
Do you think?
The way he walked off, or not just walked off, he stormed off.
I think when he's under pressure like he is, though.
Yeah, but.
And then you feel like your decisions aren't even being...
Kepa got fined for refusing orders, but Sarri looked more like a child than Kepa did. Like, when you look at Sarri's behaviour, the way he stormed off and then came back, and he had no control over the players, which that's his own doing anyway, but he also had... he just looked like a petulant child throwing his toys out of his pram going, well, what am I doing here? For me, I remember once when, under the days of he who shall not be named managing at Norwich, he got fined, or he got whatever it was, for kicking a water bottle. Do you remember?
I think so.
Kicking a water bottle. Because our team conceded or whatever, right? The way Sarri behaved was worse than that. And nothing's going to happen to Sarri. Everybody's feeling sorry for him. Boom! Someone was bound to make that joke eventually.
Oh dear. Oh well.
But on to...
You should have kept that to yourself.
That's even worse.
To be fair, I mean, I can't make anything out of Arrizabalaga. There's no pun in that.
Well, yeah, no, there's no pun there. But yeah, no. So that was. I mean, in fairness, other than that, the games on Sunday were terrible.
Do you know what? I decided. I thought. There's these odd games on a Sunday. You get a couple of games or whatever on a Sunday, where you think
They call
sometimes
it Super Sunday.
Yeah. Well, I thought sometimes. Should I watch them or should I not? And then I haven't. And then there's been like a game which is 4-4 or like 3-2. So I missed that game. For God's sake, why didn't I watch it? Loads of Sundays, usually, great games. Do you know, I thought last Sunday, stupidly, do you know what? There's some massive games this weekend. I'm going to watch them. Right, let's see this Manchester-Liverpool. Full time. Oh my God, that was awful. And then I thought, right, the cup final, that can't be any worse.
Oh boy, you was wrong. Well, until
it was 30 minutes worse.
Until the 120th minute.
Jeez, it was absolutely dreadful, and that will put me on Sundays again the next week.
And the one game that wasn't on had 2 goals. Arsenal Southampton.
It was dreadful. It was awful.
Even then, I bet, apart from the 2 goals, which was in the first 20 minutes, I bet even that game was boring.
I mean, the fact that they said, funnily enough, on Match of the Day 2, the funny thing was about that match was in the highlights, they were able to show Manchester United's 3 first half substitutions in full as highlights.
Yeah, they were. That was the highlight.
That was the funniest bit. I mean, that's really weird. I mean, they played with 10.5 players, they said, didn't they? Because Rashford got injured early on as well.
Yeah.
Like, that's really odd. It makes it think, like, I mean, I know Lingard was just coming back from injury, but, like, did players properly warm up?
What do you mean? Oh, what did they? Oh, did they probably warm up?
If they were both hamstring, like, well, apparently they were both hamstring. It can happen
at
any
Herrera
and
point.
Mata.
Even if you're warmed up, it can still happen. It's unusual, very unusual for it to happen twice.
Very weird. And Firmino came off as well for Liverpool in the first half.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's like 4 substitutions in the first half, all due to injury.
That's got to be a record, surely.
I mean, it's stupid.
I think we need to look up what the record is. But, yeah, so predictions for how the rest of the season will go. Premier League, how do you predict? Well, we know Huddersfield's down. That one's pretty much confirmed.
Do you know what? In the Premier League, I did think this season it would be Liverpool. But, I don't know. Their recent form, they've had a few too many draws. And Man City obviously have got the know-how to win the league again.
Yeah.
They're up there for the quadruple. They could potentially do that incredible feat, and they might be motivated now they won this first one.
Here's my question, though.
I think Man City could do it again.
Here's my question. Who's going to slip up for Liverpool this time?
Well, Steven Gerrard don't play anymore. But
Jordan Henderson is just
Jordan
captain.
Henderson, yeah.
He'll be the one who goes, "We do not let this slip," and then slips.
Yeah.
Lets Demba Ba in, although this time it can't be Demba Ba, but... I remember back in December when Liverpool was starting to open up a gap. Even back then, I was like, "Don't think Liverpool's going to do it. I think it'll be Man City," and I stick by that.
I mean, I wouldn't mind.
It wouldn't even surprise me, if Liverpool finished third.
Mm. I mean, I don't think they'll finish third. I think that
Tottenham's slightly too inconsistent, but if Tottenham can get a good run going...
Tottenham have actually, if you look at their stats this season, again, they've had an incredible season. Like, they haven't had a draw yet. They've either won or they're lost. And, like, compared to other seasons, I think that they're talking about this, like, the points tally, again, is incredibly high.
Yeah.
Like, any other season, Tottenham would be winning this league.
Yeah,
they seem to do incredibly well when feats that don't normally happen.
Yeah. Liverpool and Man City, though, have been incredible this year.
Yeah. I think that...
It helps when you have, like... Don't even get me started on this, actually, so I don't even know where I'm going here, but Mo Salah, when he did that, 4 dives in 4 weeks...
No, yeah. I know.
That was ridiculous. I know, obviously, everybody has players that do it. Norwich has probably had a few players, like that Stiepermann one against Ipswich.
Yeah.
Stiepermann against Ipswich, yeah.
That
was quite funny, though, in fairness.
I think you know, sometimes the heat at the moment.
Yeah.
You're just trying to do everything for your team.
But then, having said that, Stiepermann did actually get his foot stood on it in that. I think he made the most of it, but there was.
But sometimes you even see pundits say, "Well, do it then." Like, I mean, if you get touched, why don't you go down? You know, even if it's the slightest touch, you know, you've got the You've got the right to go down. And then some people say he went down too easily. Well, you've just told me to go down.
They need to make it. They need to make it a lot more clear what the rules is as to whether any contact is a foul, or because obviously that isn't the case at the moment. It's not any contact. It has to be a legitimate amount of contact, or whether it has to be a certain amount.
And again, I think it should be like the penalty area should be treated like anywhere else on the pitch.
Yeah.
Where there's some fouls which you do see, you see why managers get pissed off, because they'll get a free kick somewhere on the pitch. You know, everyone can see it's a free kick. It's a free kick. It's an easy free kick. Yet suddenly, because it's in the penalty area, it hasn't been given as a penalty. Anywhere else, it would have been given. Some fouls you get. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but then I don't get when people say it all comes back, it all evens out across the course of the season. Anytime Norwich get a penalty, we just miss anyway.
Yeah, it don't matter. I'd rather we didn't get a penalty, to be fair. I'd rather we played on or...
just play on, give them the goal kick already or something.
On, yeah. Give the goalkeeper the ball.
Just give us a corner instead. More likely to score.
That's our one ridiculous thing this season.
Yeah,
I've never seen anything
6 penalties missed
so
out
bad.
of 7.
Considering we're managed by a German and have quite a few German players.
Well, there's Vrancic, Stiepermann.
I know Pukki and Rhodes have already missed as well this season.
Yeah. Vrancic has missed one.
Taken one yet?
I don't think so. I don't think he's been on the pitch.
Has Buendia taken one yet?
Buendia, no.
See, he might be good at them. But again, he might try and do that stupid method of trying to pass it into the corner.
I think...
Why didn't someone just smash it?
I think we need to give a penalty to Zimmerman. A defender will literally just leather the ball.
Yeah, he probably still missed, but at least he tried.
At least he put in the effort.
Everyone's then saying Tim Krul, let Tim Krul have a penalty. You might as well. You might as well. But and then I remember there was a co-commentator on AD Norfolk as well who said, you might as well give it to Lewis or Aaron, someone who's got nothing to lose. A young player.
Yeah, one of the younger ones.
Whatever.
Either way, we need to work on it.
Definitely.
That's our weakness this season. Not even our defending is our weakness, and we have conceded a fair few. But
we've got one of the worst home defensive records.
I don't understand as well how many times have we scored and conceded within 60 seconds.
I know, it's ridiculous.
There's no point in even celebrating scoring anymore.
It was an incredible goal, to be fair. However...
about Bristol City one?
Yeah.
It was a good goal.
Odado. Brilliant goal. But, you should, if you've got everyone back behind the halfway line from the kickoff...
We had two players go in for a tackle at once.
How do you then let someone run all the way to your goal and score immediately? I don't get how that happens.
Because
everyone is behind the ball to start off with.
I got nothing.
I honestly think sometimes, you've scored a goal, it's an important game. I think people, you get excited. You immediately try and win the ball back. You miss the ball, and suddenly you find the opponent in your penalty area, and then sometimes, it ends up as a goal.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
It's frustrating.
It's sometimes the most dangerous time once you've just scored.
We did it against Millwall.
Yep.
We did it against Bristol City.
We've seen 2 against Millwall.
2 very quickly against Millwall. We went 2-1 up, and you're thinking, yes, we're going to win it. And it was a great goal by Leitner as well.
Great goal.
And then within 60 seconds, they literally launched the ball into the box, struggled to defend, and then they just had a tap in. And then 4 minutes later, was it? They somehow found themselves 3-2 up. You're like, what the heck? Luckily, we know how that turned out. And same against Bristol City, but... Bristol City was a massive 3 points though.
It was big.
Against the side who had won 7 league games.
Now, I think I heard that's our 11th comeback win.
So, we've got more comeback wins. The last time we'd had this many comeback wins was in the 60s, I think it was.
Something ridiculous. Like, there's some amazing stats this season. Like last time, someone scored like in 6 games in a row for us or whatever it was it like 1980 something?
I don't remember that one.
It was like something like that anyway. And because Pookie scored like 6 games in a row or whatever it was.
Fastest player to reach 20 goals for the club as well in a season, in any one season.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
But then you look at most of Pookie's goals.
It was a few months ago when we went over the amount of how many we'd scored last season. In the entirety of last season, it was a few months ago, we'd already reached that target. Like, we'd already reached that number.
Yeah, we'd already...
A few months ago.
Already...
It's stupid. Like,
here's the thing. Last season, we were very much in transition. We were a club...
I think you could see it at times. Do you remember last season we had that like mini unbeaten run?
6 games or something like that.
Yeah, and we thought, oh, this isn't too bad. You know, we
were playing some good football at times.
Yeah. The problem was we used to like win like 1-0, didn't we? A lot.
Yeah.
Like Madison Worldy, 1-0, we won.
Basically, we just passed the ball to Madison and let Madison do all the work.
I know that was usually it.
For me, in terms of individual, Madison is better, or at least as good as the players we have now. Only difference is now we are more of a team.
Only difference now, I think, is that it's like we have more Madisons everywhere.
Yeah. Basically, everybody's... Like, you look at... Vrancic, I thought, was solid last season. This season, he's been brilliant. Leitner was
just kind of
pretty
fitting
good
in again. And this season, he's been brilliant. He's just been unfortunate with injuries.
Yeah. Tom Tribal did have a period where he was excellent for us last season.
Yeah, I thought he was going to still be good. I think he'll replace Teddy now, because I think Teddy's getting on a bit.
Yeah.
His passing, I mean, you can see... Sorry. You can see when like we're playing how well we pass the ball. And I think sometimes, as brilliant as Teddy has been for this club and as amazing he has been, like, Teddy is... I'll forever, just because of his name, I'll remember Alexander Teddy. He can break up the play brilliantly, but currently, for how this team like to play quick passing football, quick counter-attacking sometimes, attacking football, he isn't admittedly the best passer of the ball. He'll win your ball back, and then maybe give it straight away. But I think Tom Tribal is better. You saw it against Leeds, a masterclass in tackling.
I think he won more tackles in one.
Yeah, you can see how many brilliant sliding tackles as well. You see how sliding tackles are going out of the game because everyone's a damn foul now. But brilliant sliding tackles. He was everywhere on the pitch and then could pass the ball straight away to someone.
I think he's won more tackles.
He's brilliant.
More tackles in a game than anybody else this season.
It's ridiculous. And then like you were saying, Steepman, he was playing out of position last season, admittedly, like left back.
It shows.
But I mean, you could see. I mean, he was still brilliant at attacking last season, left back. He'd be up and down that left side, fantastic.
And then obviously Jamal Lewis came in, and we all know what happened there.
Exactly. Well, he's been. He played left back. Apparently, he could still play CDM. He can play, CAM as well.
Yeah, obviously he can play
what
Cam.
He is now.
I feel sorry for Todd Cantwell.
Sorry, we're talking like FIFA speak. But,
Todd Cantwell, for me, where do you stand on Todd Cantwell first off?
I think he's a talented young. When I say young, he's like the same age as us, isn't he?
Yeah, he's 20.
Is he 20? Oh, right, sorry.
Well, he might be 21 now.
It's like we sound old. He's a talented young kid. No, I think he's talented. I think he may not be like the quickest player and may not be as technically good as, say, Buendia. Or as I say, quick as like someone like Hernandez. But I think he can still be useful, and he's certainly provided a few good assists like this season.
See, I feel sorry for him because he is excellent at everything but finishing. And for me, that's the one thing. And if he was to improve his confidence, and if he was to work on his finishing,
I'd like, especially if he comes in the team at any point, I'd like him to get a goal because you want that with everyone. It's like literally, I was thinking before the Bristol City game, if McLean starts again, do you know what? I'd like to see him score.
We didn't touch on Kenny McLean. What a finish against Bristol City!
Brilliant,
that second one.
Brilliant finish. I think I knew when he was like coming in, like he was a decent player. Like he said
he'd been doing it for years.
He
up in
works hard.
Scotland.
He's a talented guy, and I thought, he's come in for like an injured Vrancic and Leitner, and you kind of think, everyone this season for Norwich, when someone has come in to replace someone else, they've done amazingly well. And you just thought, he got an assist, I think, against Bolton for Bundia when he lifted it in and Bundia toe-poked it in.
Oh yeah.
He got an assist. I thought, I'd like him to get a goal. And funnily enough, he got 2. It was amazing, really.
And he also missed a penalty as well against Bolton.
Yeah,
that's a record that we have as well. Of the 7 penalty misses, there's 6. Oh no, it's between them. The 5 penalty misses or whatever it was. 6 goals between them have come in the next game. Yeah. So they've missed and then scored in the next game.
Yeah, scored in the next game. Yeah, they haven't. Yeah.
Kenny McLean obviously scored.
And the funny thing is how like they've all been different penalty takers as well.
And for me though, that shows the mental strength that they have to come back from missing a penalty and then go and score in the next game.
Yeah, definitely.
And here's another thing as well. Christoph Zimmermann, captain, fantastic or what? He's proven.
He was good last season. We thought he was good last season from where he came from.
I don't really think you can judge by where they came from. I mean, it was Borussia Dortmund.
He used to play for.
It's not like this was like.
He used to be managed by Farke, obviously at that club. So
Borussia Dortmund reserves.
Yeah, I mean, he's done better than obviously I originally thought he would when we first signed him. Obviously, when he first signed him, I knew nothing about him.
One thing that people will very quickly learn is that I am forever an optimist, forever a pessimist. So, whenever Norwich sign any player, I'm always there thinking like, oh, they're going to be amazing. Particularly with Ricky Van Wolfswinkel, I thought he was going to be incredible for us, and we know how that turned out.
James Husband.
I thought James Husband would be good for us. I still think he's a good player. He just needs to find the right club.
Marley Watkins.
I did think the same with Marley Watkins. I thought the same. No, I feel like Matt Jarvis is not a player to put in that list because Matt Jarvis is an excellent player. No doubt about that.
He's just unfortunately excellent at getting injured. He's like, the top marks for getting injured.
If Matt Jarvis didn't keep getting injured...
FIFA rating for injured, 99.
Or he would just have the trait.
Yeah, trait, yeah.
So let's get off football for a second. We didn't actually finish our predictions for the season. So, so we predicted, obviously, the Premier League, who would win it. So, top 4, Premier League.
Top 4.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'll end up in order.
Yeah.
I think it'll end up being. I think Liverpool. I think it could be either Liverpool or Man City.
Okay.
However,
go for one.
I think it will just be
Man City.
Man City.
Okay.
Although I would like Liverpool to win it. To be fair,
I wouldn't. I honestly, right. My arch nemesis in life is Liverpool fans. You remember David?
Mm-hmm.
How many times me and David got into these heavy debates? The absolute worst thing that could happen in football for me is Liverpool winning the league. They still bang on about their successes from the past. Imagine how much we would have to put up with it for another 30 years. Now, when's the last time you heard a Leicester fan going, "We won the league"?
Yeah.
You don't, and that was 3 years ago. You still hear about Liverpool fans going on about how they won the league 19 times.
Mm.
So for me,
Norwich fans can't really talk. To be fair, we won the. What was it? Well, like the Milk Cup, and I can't remember what year it was.
Yeah, but we don't go on about it. That's what I'm on about.
Yeah.
1985.
Yeah.
We've won it twice.
We scored against amazing goal and beat Bayern Munich. There you go. That's our feat.
Yeah.
But no, I think, I personally wouldn't mind. I think that would be great for the league for Liverpool to finally win it.
Third place.
I think it will be Man City, Liverpool, Tottenham, and even though I think obviously Man United have done amazingly well. They were however many points behind Arsenal and Chelsea ages ago. They've caught up with them due to this amazing winning run. I think Man United will just nick it ahead of Arsenal again.
Yeah.
And then it'll be Chelsea, I think. I think it'll be Arsenal-Chelsea. Although that, again, may be tight. I think the 4th place will be tight, and I think top 2 will be tight like it is right now. Like, it's about a point between both teams, I think.
For me...
I think that's what it's going to be.
It will be Man City will just about edge out Liverpool. Tottenham will be 3rd. Man U will be close behind. Because I think they've got momentum at the moment. So Man U will just sneak into 4th. And then... I think Arsenal will just about edge out Chelsea, like you said. I don't really know who will finish 7th. Bottom 3. Obviously Huddersfield.
Bottom 3,
Fulham.
I think unfortunately, I mean, it's definitely got to be Huddersfield. I think they just started poorly and they just haven't got out of it. They can't score. They can't defend. I mean, that's happened when it's been at Norwich, and it's just everything is going bad. Like, you haven't even got one good thing. I mean, if you can't score and you can't defend, that's everything in football, really. Like, to go bad. I mean, they've got some decent players. I think they could still do really well in the Championship, to be fair. I mean,
Huddersfield sacked Wagner, didn't they?
Yeah.
They did.
Well, it was kind of part of company mutual. I think they just all agreed together that it wasn't going to work.
Yeah.
Although obviously the new guys come in. I mean, it's difficult to kind of pick up these players when they haven't done too well.
They had to do something though.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it'll be Huddersfield. I think surprisingly, I think it will be Fulham because they just can't seem to turn it around. They brought in Ranieri. They've spent so much money. They still haven't turned it around.
They seem to be picking up the odd point where you don't expect it.
They've spent so much money. It's ridiculous if they go down with the amount of money they've spent in other leagues. Like, you'd see like teams challenging for top 4 places in other leagues where they haven't got as much money, spending that amount of money. And this is a side who spent that much money who I think are going to get relegated. So I think it's going to be Huddersfield. I think it's going to be Fulham. And I actually think it's going to be Cardiff. I think Southampton have got enough about them to pull out, and I think Cardiff will just fall short, although I think that 3rd place will be quite tight. I don't know. Fulham could, make it a tight spot for that second from bottom. But I think...
Brighton are a club on the down spiral as well.
I know, but I think, I mean, I know it's Chris Hughton, who Norwich don't really have too good a feeling about.
So my bottom 3, obviously, agree with Tom, Huddersfield, Fulham. And then I think it'll be between Cardiff and Brighton. I
think Southampton have got enough about them to stay up.
Yeah, I don't think Southampton will have...
And their manager is he seems quite a good guy. I think he'll do alright.
Yeah. So, Championship. Top 6.
Top 6?
Yeah.
Do you know, I don't like to name a top... I don't like to... Because, it's your own team, you don't really like to say, but even the pessimist in me is thinking, no.
Should we go 6th upwards?
So 6th upwards.
Yeah, so start with 6th.
I think it won't be Derby anymore, because they've just seemed to have completely fell off.
Frank Lampard, you moron.
I mean, that's like actually cold now as well. I mean, that's not great.
Yeah. Let's not go there.
But no,
I don't like Frank Lampard the manager.
I think that 6th place could still be tight. I mean, it depends what Bristol City, how they react to now losing that run.
I actually think Bristol City will finish above Middlesbrough. I think Middlesbrough will finish 6th.
See, I mean, you never know until the end of the season. The Championship is near impossible to predict what will happen. So
anybody can beat anybody.
I think what I will say, I won't say in order. I will say, I think the top 5 will be Middlesbrough, West Brom, Sheffield United, Leeds, Norwich. And the 6th place is up for grabs. That's what I'll say. And I think the top 3 will be between Norwich, Leeds and Sheffield United. I'm
going to make an actual prediction here. I'm not going to be wishy-washy about it. I'm going to say Middlesbrough will finish 6th. Bristol City will finish 5th.
Hang on, who did you say 6th?
Middlesbrough.
All right.
Bristol City 5th.
They picked up form recently.
Yeah, but I don't know whether they'll continue it for enough. Obviously, Bristol City play their game in hand tonight, and if they win, they go a point behind Middlesbrough. Mm-hmm. So I think Bristol City gave us a hell of a game.
They got that's because they're playing their game in hand right now. 33. They've got 2 games in hand.
Yeah, I'm on Middlesbrough.
Oh right, okay. Are they playing tonight?
Yeah. 0-0. They are 0-0 with Birmingham. But anyway, then there will be... Then Sheffield United will finish third.
You said Middlesbrough and that's Bristol City.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Bristol City. Never mind.
Alright, well, Bristol City have got... Either way, Middlesbrough aren't playing tonight. Bristol City are.
Yeah.
Unless it's the live table, so they're playing 33 games. So they've got 2 games in hand on us, including the one tonight.
Yes.
Bristol City, that's
what I'm
saying.
saying is, right, Bristol City, if they win tonight, they go a point behind Middlesbrough.
Yeah,
because as it stands, they're 3 points behind.
And again, that's then pulling away from 7th, because, Derby didn't pick up any points, Nottingham Forest beat them.
Anyway, so, to finish off my prediction, I then think Sheffield United will finish third, even though that top 3 is going to be so tight. Like, there's 4 points between Sheffield United and West Brom. West Brom will finish 4th, 100%. They're a bit far behind now. Sheffield United will finish third, Leeds second, and Norwich top that. It'll finish how it is now. But in the Championship, it changes every week.
It changes every week. It can easily change back to how it is right now.
Yeah.
But it could be the complete opposite. It could be whatever. Although, as I said, I think it's so unpredictable that you have to say, I believe Norwich will go up. I believe it'll be one out of Leeds and Sheffield United who will finish second. I won't say if Norwich will finish first or second. And I think West Brom and Middlesbrough will be the teams in 4th and 5th. And yeah, as I said, I mean, Bristol City now have got a good chance of finishing 6th. And I think I'd love to see them in the playoffs. I think, I'd love to see them go up, to be fair.
I still have sympathy
for them. I think that 6th place is more up for grabs.
I still have a bit of sympathy for them from that playoff defeat to Hull. With Dean Windass scored. They got to the playoff final. Like, obviously, when we got to the playoff final, the one we remember, we won it. But to lose in a playoff final, for a club like Bristol City, for the chance to get to the Premier League, that would have been massive for them.
Good.
But obviously, it was massive for Hull as well, because Hull's not a club that you would really expected to be up there either. But
it would have been so good when you were.
Yeah. Either way, I would have either felt gutted for Hull or gutted for Bristol City. So, down the bottom of the Championship. Yes, I'm still filming. Down the bottom of the Championship.
I definitely think Ipswich.
Going up, going up.
Yes, yeah, I definitely think Ipswich. I don't think they'll put it around now.
No.
I mean, even the
most optimistic Ipswich fans. I think even everybody at their club have pretty much admitted. I think Bolton's down as well.
Finally, about time, Ipswich as well. How many years?
17 years.
17 years in the Championship.
What? You're not famous. You're just... I'm not going to say the word, but...
Crap.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I think it will be Bolton as well, just...
I don't know, they're still only 4 points behind.
They still beat Birmingham. I think it'll be close, but I think, all the financial problems they have, I think they'll go down.
Yeah.
And then again, that last relegation...
Maybe Matthews will be playing in League One.
Yeah, on that last relegation place, I think will be more difficult, because I think it's been chopping and changing between Reading and Rotherham. Millwall could be pulled into it easy.
Wigan could still be pulled into it.
And QPR have been... performing badly
I think
recently.
QPR will be consistent.
Know.
I think QPR will be able to pull away.
In a weird then, though, you start looking at this table, 17th for Stoke. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, but that's I remember at the beginning of the season, right? All Stoke fans,
they're now below Swansea.
All Stoke fans in a Championship group were like, "Oh, we're going to walk the league. It's going to be easy. We're just going to, we're going to won it by Christmas, basically." Has that worked out for you? No hard feelings towards Stoke. Every club has them fans, but don't underestimate the Championship. The only club, and I think I said at the beginning of the season actually, the club I thought was best equipped for the Championship was West Brom.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, when you have Jay Rodriguez and you sign, or you just do a swap deal. We've just brought in, one of the top Championship strikers there's been.
Yeah.
I mean, he can't do it in the Premier League, but he'll do it in the Championship.
How many has he got now? 22?
He's got a lot. Him and Jay
Not
Rodriguez
as many
have
as
pretty much
Pookie,
got the same as a duo. No, they haven't got the same as Pookie, but as a duo, they've got more.
Well, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, as a duo, we only play one up front, but they play as two strikers. So obviously, you could say that's more dangerous, really. But
meanwhile,
they've just gone and signed. Who? They've just gone and signed on loan. They've just got
Jacob Murphy.
Oh, we'll just have him. We'll just have Montero, and we'll just have that other guy from Fulham.
Stefan Johansson.
Johansson.
We'll
just have them. Just 3 brilliant, Championship players.
Meanwhile, my second team, Notts County, are 5 points behind, 5 points from safety, looking like dropping into the Football League, and potentially administration.
Yeah, what was that with your owner? I thought you said was absolutely brilliant.
We won't go there. He was brilliant, but things have appeared to have taken a bit of a turn recently.
Oh dear.
But anyway, so we shall call that. Let's hope this time I don't delete the footage.
Yeah, don't delete the footage, guys.
Next time we will probably end up having to touch on Brexit.
Oh no.
That should be a fun one because that's
when
what
every radio
about.
news thing at work is about news bulletin is about Brexit, I'll just go.
I mean, it's coming. March 29th is only a month away.
I don't care.
You should care when we have no food supplies.
Everyone's just gonna go to the supermarket. Oh, I need bread. I need milk. We're not gonna have any.
It'll be like Christmas all over again.
Yeah, it's like
store shuts for 24 hours and it's like mayhem.
Yeah, I just think you just gotta relax, chill out, and forget about it. It's not actually happening. We're just in a dream state.
I think I might.
We'll wrap up there.
Yeah, I might just move to Road.
Move to Road. Yeah.
Really nice. Honestly, watch my vlog. I didn't really get to record as much as I wanted, but watch it. It was an amazing holiday. I got to climb an Acropolis, which I did get that in the video. But yeah, enough plugs. We will record a podcast, another one at some point. Sometime soon.
When we get
Let's hope I don't delete that one either.
Yeah.
But yeah, so until the next podcast, later.